In this video, I'm going to explain one of the most popular stock metrics in the world. Hey YouTube, my name's Jeff, I'm from Finance Fit, and today we're going to be discussing the PE ratio. We're going to be discussing exactly what that is and how to use it. Okay, so the PE ratio is one of the commonly discussed stock metrics among the investing community. It's used to do just a quick evaluation of a stock to narrow down the playing field of which stocks that you want to spend your valuable time in investigating further. And the mathematical equation for a PE ratio is the share price over earnings per share. Okay, so to put that into action, you'd have, let's say, a share price of $10 and earnings per share of that company is $2. Okay, so you go 10 divided by 2, which gives you a PE ratio of 5. You don't have to do a lot of the mathematical equations yourself. You know, somewhere like Yahoo Finance on their summary page, it's got the PE ratio, it's already got the earnings per share there for you, it's got a lot of other stock metrics. So you don't have to do any of the mathematics, it's already there for you. All the metrics are there, worked out, ready to go. All you have to do is look at them and then work out whether that company is the right company for you or not. There are definitely quite a few theories or philosophies on how to use the PE ratio. Today we're just going to go through a couple, and they'll probably be the general consensus of how to use the PE ratio and what it's used for. So the general consensus of what the PE ratio is used for is that it's used to tell you what kind of a premium other investors are willing to pay for that company. Okay, so if a company has a PE ratio of say 20, that means that investors are willing to pay 20 times more per share for the company than it's worth. It's also a really good way to get an insight into what investors' sentiment is around a particular company. Okay, so an example would be that if a company had a PE ratio of say 5, you could say that that is a pretty good valued company or undervalued company, you'd say. You got to ask yourself, why is it so undervalued? And it sort of tells you that the investor sentiment around that company means that they don't really expect that company to have a lot of growth going into the future. Well, not enough growth for it to warrant paying a higher premium on that share price today. On the other hand, though, that company could be very undervalued for what it is, and the market could be wrong. Who knows? That's where you have to do your due diligence and research into that company further to find out exactly why it's so undervalued at the moment. And if it's a case of the market are just missing something, then that's your chance to pounce on it. Okay, another example is that at the date of filming, it's the 3rd of January 2020, and Tesla have a current PE ratio of 1,349. That is absolutely mind-blowing. And while it's quite rare to see a PE ratio up that high, investor sentiment believes that, or saying that, Tesla are going to do some astonishing things going into the future. Tesla are the leaders, they're at the forefront of technological advancement at the moment. The world's their oyster, is what investors are saying at the moment. And that's what's warranting them to pay such a high premium on Tesla at the moment. It's not that, their earnings per share are down to something like 0.53 EPS, which is that's low, it's ridiculous. And in no way, shape or form warrants a PE ratio of 1,349. Investor sentiment going into the future is saying that, man, if we invest in these guys now, we're going to see some massive returns into the future. Would I invest in Tesla? Probably not. I think I don't like to overpay for my stocks, for my shares. And yes, Tesla in the future may do extremely well, and they probably will do extremely well. But the writing on the wall today is that it's overvalued for me, and my analysis strategy says that I'm not going to go and buy that stock. I must stress that the PE ratio is not the only metric that should be used while conducting stock analysis. Okay, there are quite a broad range of different metrics you should use, and also incorporating different analysis strategies as well. A couple of different strategies, one of which is qualitative analysis, and the other one is quantitative analysis. Okay, so qualitative analysis is what I think of a particular company's management. Do their values align with mine? Have they come out with some some really cool news that, what they expect from the future of that particular company. But that's all qualitative analysis. Quantitative analysis is it's all in black and white. It's all the numbers and all the metrics that form up I like to call it the truth of a particular stock. Because you can't lie in those things, and if they do lie, they're heavily penalised. I think you're silly if you don't incorporate both of those strategies. But going back to the PE ratio, PE ratios are not the only stock metric that you should be using when you're picking stocks. All right, guys, so there it is, PE ratio. I hope you've got some value out of this video today, and if you have, please smash the like button, hit subscribe for us, and we'll bring you some more content going into the future. Thanks, guys.